Welcome back to the Battery Podcast. I'm Casey,
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Jack.
and today we have an awesome guest on the podcast with us. She's born and raised New England, was a three-sport varsity athlete, a star midfielder for Boston College, a Tewaaraton Award nominee. She's a gold medal winner with Team USA, a business owner, and a member of the 2025 WLL Championship Series winning team, the Boston Guard, Miss Dempsey Arsenault. Dempsey, welcome to the Battery Podcast. We are so excited to have you join us today. How are you?
I'm great. I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank
Yeah,
you for joining us. As our first guard player, we are just so grateful for you to take some time out of your what seems like a very busy schedule. You seem to do so much. I was doing a little bit of research before we talked today, and I was like, this girl is very busy. Like she does a lot of different things. So we very much appreciate you coming on, and we're very excited for our chat today.
Yeah, it will be fun, definitely. I know. Thank you guys for adjusting. I'm West Coast. You guys, I think, are East Coast, so
yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, of course. Yeah, yeah. All right, I guess let's like begin at the beginning, I suppose. So, you did AU for a few years after graduating. At what point did you find out about the WLL and like what was the process of joining on and becoming part of the Boston Guard?
Well, there are a lot of whispers. The lacrosse world is so small, so I feel like there are so many whispers about this new league, and I always follow the PLL like ever since like for so long, and I feel like while BC didn't have a boys team, I have a few connections on other teams, so I'd always watch them. So when they said they were actually launching the WLL, like I was so excited. And I was like very like, am I gonna be on the Palms? I live in California, or am I gonna go back to Boston? And when they said Boston, I'm like, okay, we're back. I'm super excited. And yeah, just playing with other BC girls and a big mix of Notre Dame. It's been so fun.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking through the roster, and there's, I think, what, about five of you girls from BC alone on the team?
Yeah. But it's kind
That's
of crazy. I'm aging myself a little, but I only actually played with Cassidy Weeks.
Hmm.
Charlotte was at Duke when I was at BC, and then she transferred to BC. So I didn't actually get to play with the rest of them when they were at BC, but of course I followed them very heavily.
yeah. That's I think that's so fun though, because you guys have that experience and connection with playing for the same coaches and the same staff. Do you, how do you feel like that has impacted the way that you guys are able to play together when you don't get to practice every day together and you probably all live in different parts of the country, but then you come together, um, kind of like when you had time with Athletes Unlimited, where, the majority of the year you guys may not have been in the same part of the country training together all the time, but then you come together and to then play on a team. How do you think that's impacted you?
It's very fun. I feel like we all are very motivated and we are really close to. I feel like our connections on the guard are very strong, and that comes from our roots of having the same coaching staff and just that same alumni and just like BC, Notre Dame. And I feel like we have really strong connections and we trust each other that we're preparing so that when we show up, we're all ready and our bodies are ready. And we've done a lot of Zooms and our team is reading a book, and I feel like we're putting a lot of work in. So yeah, we're only there for 2 weeks, but we're putting in hours beforehand. But I really think the connections that we've built and the friendships are what kind of carried us through last year, and hopefully what are going to carry us through this year.
What
We're
book are you
believing
guys
that they
reading?
are.
What'd you say?
What book are you guys reading?
I actually have it right here. It's called Do Hard Things.
Oh, I've
Oh,
definitely heard of that.
It's really good. And I feel like every time I read it, I'm like, okay, I need to go like train or do something. Like it's so motivating.
Yeah, it sounds like the perfect group for you and the team then.
Yeah.
Um, so talking about training, what was it like kind of getting ready for year one of Sixes of Champ Series and then Has anything changed getting ready for year two with a different format as well?
I feel like just getting in the best shape as possible. And I feel like it's a lot. So in high school, I played ice hockey, and I feel like my mentality around sixes is similar. Like, work as hard as you can for that minute, minute and a half, and then get off the field. So I've been doing a lot of like intervals and getting my heart rate elevated and then recovering because unlike a normal full field game where you can kind of like swing it around and get a little breather on offense, like it's so fast. So I feel like just making sure I'm in really good shape and then making sure the stick's in my hand as much as possible. And we've done a really good job of sharing kind of workouts, and we have group chats and everything like that so that we're all kind of ready when we show up there.
Cool. Um, Yeah, how does it feel that, that 1 week was seemed so intense last year? I know the cannons were basically like held together with duct tape by the time that they finally got to Monday. What was that experience like for you playing all those games? So I guess you had to play one fewer. And like, do you feel like it's going to be a little bit easier, difficult with that 4 or 5 days off in between?
So I feel like we'll still be like playing and practicing. Obviously, it's not the same as a game. So I don't really know, to be honest. Like, I'm just going in like with that same mentality of, okay, it's gonna be just as hard and physically taxing on our bodies as last year. But I guess I haven't really processed that we have a few extra days. I think a lot of my team is just gonna stay there
Hmm.
and hopefully get to practice and train. But we were really utilizing those ice fast, and the training staff was amazing. So I'm sure we'll be doing the same this coming
Hmm.
year too.
Yeah. It's actually, you're the first player we've had the opportunity to ask this to. So you are planning on staying in between that whole week. Okay.
Yeah, yep. So we actually, it's so funny. Our group chat just asked today who's staying, who's not. And I think we were like pretty 50-50. So me being in San Diego, I'm like, I'm just going to stay on the East Coast. I've already adjusted to the time change and everything. So
For
yeah.
sure. Yeah, that does make a lot more sense for you versus like a Maryland player.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Um, Jack, anything you want to ask? You've been quiet so far.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll hop in here, but I think the biggest news that we heard recently with the change this year is the introduction of the 2 point arc. How do you think that is going to change the strategy of how you play? And well, I assume you're excited about it. I think as a fan, we're definitely excited about it. So how is that going to change things this year?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it, especially having Charlotte on our team. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So me, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be going for that, but having Charlotte, I'm like, okay, yes. But I think it's just gonna be so exciting, and it's just really gonna feel like no team is out, even if there's like a huge score differential. I remember watching last year, I forget the teams that were playing, but it was the most intense game. Like the boys going back and forth. There were like I think three or four 2 points in like the last quarter. And I think that's that element of kind of competition and never ruling a team out because of that is going to be really exciting. And hopefully just like make it fun for us playing and then also for the viewers too.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I think we were all thinking Charlotte is really going to cook with the 2 point line. Is there
Yes.
someone else on the guard or on another team that you think is going to be a big threat now that this is in?
Oh,
I think Emily Harris-Chuck maybe had a few that would have counted for two last year.
yeah, I would say her. The other person on our team that's kind of sneaky is Madison Ahern. I feel like she's
Mhm.
like, I don't know, she doesn't like the way she plays, she's just so like sneaky and crafty. And I feel like I could totally see her kind of having a few, or even Cass Weeks. I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like anyone could surprise us, but I feel like Charlotte's going to be the one, and I'm sure other teams are going to have game plans on how to protect it against her.
Yeah, hopefully that'll open up things for you or someone else inside, as they have to be so aware of her. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I wonder we'll see the goalies be a little bit less willing to try to score themselves because
I know. That was pretty entertaining last year. We'll see
yeah.
about this year.
That was, I know it was Taylor Moreno. Was it against, not against you, it was against Maryland, I think.
I don't know. It's so hard. My memory, like it all is like time warp. Like I'm like, did that happen against me or did I just see it on Instagram? Like I don't
Hmm.
know.
It must
Um,
have, yeah. Did the whole thing just kind of feel like one long day or like one long,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And like I'm rewatching, we were having to like rewatch old games. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was like feeling those emotions again. But I feel like it was so like condensed and it was just like, we were going so hard for that 1 week that like after it was like, oh my gosh, like what just happened? Like that was crazy. So now when I'm going back, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many details that in like this big memory I have, like I forgot.
Hmm.
And I remember like us losing to, I think it was the Palms in the first
Yeah.
round, I
Yeah.
think.
'Cause you beat the other two teams.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and I
Yeah.
remember like watching that and like getting angry again. I'm like, okay, this is good. I need to be feeling these emotions before I go play.
That's fantastic. So how much of the men's tournament were you able to watch? Because it feels like, obviously you have to be so focused on yourself. I know Marcus came out to watch his wife, of course. I'm sure there was
Yeah.
some other connections, but were you like just locked in, all guard,
No,
all
we watched a ton of the games, but we were really watching it from our team room, and we
Hmm.
had a big projector, so we'd all watch. And I feel like we didn't really watch a ton of games in person, but we watched a lot of the live stream through our team room, just so we're comfortable and that way we were able to talk and
Yeah.
strategize and everything like that. But I think it's so fun that we're playing at the same time as them, and just having the fans be able to watch both games and everything is it was so much fun last year, so I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, and as a fan perspective too, now with twice as many games, it's a whole lot of fun. Like we're super excited for our watch parties, Drawdown Brewing in Jamaica Plain. And then Jack, we actually hadn't told you this, but Casey and I are going to be there that second weekend. So hopefully we get to see you all defend your crown in person. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
That'd
such
be
an
awesome.
amazing venue, amazing time.
Yeah.
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 Talking about defending the crown, what was it like last year winning? Like you just talked about reliving those emotions and getting angry, rewatching the Palms game. What were your emotions going through that championship game and getting the first title?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like we were rewatching some of those clips too and just like the excitement, and I feel like we did a really good job last year of just staying level. Like if we were going up by a few goals or anything like that, like we just stayed really composed and level. And I feel like that stems from all like our really positive relationships and like the team culture we were able to create in literally like a week or like those few months leading up to it. So looking back on it, I'm like, okay, we just have to like go back to that composure and relying on each other. But it was so exciting winning, and yeah, it was crazy. I'm sure you saw from the celebrations and stuff. We had a fun time too. So that'd be amazing to get back there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the guard account just posted some of those celebratory photos again.
Oh yeah, it was crazy in there. It was quite funny.
Yeah, wasn't it? I mean, the game started at like 10 a.m. though, right? So the celebrations were all happening at like noon.
Yep. Yep, exactly. I
Yeah.
think like noon on it was either Sunday or Monday too. I'm like, we are actually in a time warp. Is this real life? But that's okay. It was
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely. And you didn't, I mean, you didn't have to go to work the next day, right? After all that, you
No,
took some time off?
I took a night flight back to California, and I was able to adjust my schedule to kind of ease back into it because I coach full time, so kind of able to rearrange my schedule to avoid going right back to work. But a few of our teammates did, so I was
Hmm.
wishing
Oof.
them good luck for
Yeah.
When
that.
I was
That
on my flight was home to Boston was that night too. And I remember getting off the plane and I was on the same flight as Rachel Hall.
Okay, yeah.
And I was just like, wow, well, first of all, congratulations, girl.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, you just gotta like get right on a plane and just go right back to like
Hmm.
it's almost like you have to go back to reality or something now,
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
it's such a fast turnaround. And it just makes me like have so much more respect and appreciation for you guys because that's just amazing.
Aw, thank you. I know it is hard too, and like trying to explain it. Like obviously if the people like going back to California, like a few of my friends were watching, but like it was crazy. It just felt like a bubble of just like this intensity, and like lacrosse is our whole life. And then coming back to reality, it's like, oh, like you don't really get it, but that's okay. They're like, congrats and all this stuff. So hopefully this year even more people will watch and everything. But yeah, it really did feel like you're snapping back to reality.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
especially all the way across the country, it really must have felt from that East Coast. Still very much feeling like winter to
Yes.
San Diego, where
Yes,
it
I know
never
I
feels
have
like
to
winter.
pack all my layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little chilly last year. I've never been to San Diego, at least not yet, maybe one day, but I wish that we had similar weather to that this coming up weekend.
I know.
Yeah. Was it lacrosse that had brought you out there, or did you just go for
So
the weather?
actually, I always wanted to live. So I grew up in New Hampshire, and then obviously went to college in Boston, and then I did a few months in San Francisco, but it was still kind of cold. So I went back to Boston. I was like, I'm over this cold weather. So I moved out to San Diego with two of my old BC teammates, and one of them is still here in San Diego, and then one actually moved to San Francisco. But it was so funny how like lacrosse brought us together, and then we moved across the world together, or
Hmm.
not the world, across the country together. And two of us are still here, and I really don't think I'm ever gonna leave.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to leave. Um, I think the price of gas is like the only negative I can think of.
Oh yeah, I know, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You can't
Uh,
have everything.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, being a East Coast girl and a New Englander, what does it mean to not just bring that championship home, right? Last year, but when you when you first did get the official call about playing in Champ Series last year and that you were going to be playing for Boston, um, like what was the first thoughts that you had when you were like when you realized you were going to be playing for back home again?
I feel like it was just pure excitement and just like a little bit of like familiarity of like or like pride of I played for Boston College for 4 years and they were some of the best 4 years of my life and then being able to represent Boston again and especially winning just felt like I was just so proud and it just felt well I actually didn't win a championship at BC too that happened all after and I lost three so it kind of felt like a little bit of like a full circle moment of like finally getting that championship which was truly special.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope you win 3 and 4 years with Boston.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's go with 4 and 4 years actually. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, because I don't know if, Boston's never lost at sixes. The three times now Boston has been represented, twice with the Cannons and once with the Guard. They've won every time. So
Oh my gosh, I'm knocking on wood right now.
yeah, it's quite
Finally,
Yeah.
quite the legacy to
more.
uphold. Um,
Are you I know we didn't prep you with this question, but are you a Boston sports fan of any kind?
Yes, but not like a diehard. I'm not like a super like oh Red Sox only or Celtics, but like I'll follow them here and there and like if they win, I'm like yes, I'm so proud, but I'm not like watching all the time.
Okay, okay.
yeah, that's tough to do in
I'll take
California.
that.
Yeah. Um,
I want to go back, Dempsey, to, you talked about how you kind of had a hockey mindset when you played sixes. Did you have any experience playing sixes before last year? Whether, and I know that it's become, obviously that's the version that's going to be in the Olympics and they've introduced it into the World Games. Did you have any experience playing sixes before last year, or were you kind of just relying on your hockey instincts for it?
Yeah, I did a few US Sixes events. I traveled to Indianapolis with Team USA, and then there was one like 3 or 4 years ago where we traveled and tried it, and I loved it. And then we also played it once at like the senior team, and we played. I think it was a combination of like the WPLL like All Stars. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. And I just absolutely loved it because it does make me feel like it's hockey, and that's kind of how I view subbing. But then I also feel like being a midi, I'm used to playing both sides of the ball, whereas like everyone else isn't. So I kind of use that to like motivate me and give me confidence of like, okay, like if I know I'm guarding an attack, or if I know I'm guarding an attacker, and or sorry, if I know an attacker is guarding me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to take you to goal.
hmm.
And vice versa, if I know a defender's coming over on the offensive side, like kind of pumps me up. So just having that midi mentality, I feel like also helps. But I feel like going back to my hockey roots also is helpful.
Yeah. Were you a forward in hockey?
I played a little bit of everything, but mostly forward. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Goal scorer there as well.
More of an assister, but
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Someone has to get the
yeah.
puck.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you said three-point athlete, right? What was the third?
Yeah, and then I played field hockey too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But lacrosse was always my favorite.
And probably what you were the best at.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did we have? Um, I mean, I guess we can go like kind of big conceptual. Like, what was it, or when you think about being part of the like inaugural roster for the WLL teams, and especially with the explosion that women's sports have been having over the last couple of years, like, what does that mean for you?
Oh, it's such an honor and it's so special. And especially being able to play again, I feel like the sport's just growing. And just to see, there's a few girls that are going to be in the WL this year that I've coached and trained before, which is
Wow.
pretty cool in full circle. Not like a lot, but again, aging myself, but it's also just like really cool and it makes me proud. So I
Mm.
just feel very honored to continue to play and to be in the inaugural season and now being able to play again. And one really cool thing about our guard team is, for the most part, we are like, I feel like our roster has stayed the most consistent from year one to year two. So I feel like that's also another little spark or superpower that I feel like we're going to really rely on because a lot of us have been there before and we know what to expect and we know things are going to get hard and to really just like rely on each other, which will be something that we're going to definitely tap into.
Yeah, how's that? Um, yeah. Casey, Jack, any other questions?
Casey, I think you had one more there,
I
little
mean,
off
I
the
always have
field.
a bunch of questions, but when you're not busy training or playing or coaching, what are some things that you like to do in your spare time?
Oh, I like hanging out with my friends. I'm like very active, and especially living out here, I feel like I'm always on walks or going to the beach. I also like love music, so going to concerts and but yeah, I feel like for the most part, like sports are still really heavy. Like this is my like Super Bowl now the Olympics are on and college girls like and boys lacrosse is on. So I feel like I'm just like constantly like on walks, like tuning into scores and stuff. But
Mhm.
I feel like just try to take advantage of like the San Diego lifestyle as much as I can.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite artists right now that you're listening to?
Oh, okay, let me think. Okay, Somber just came out with this song that I'm obsessed with. It's like called, it's something with like heart something. So he's been on my trends. I'm a huge Hans Williams fan. I don't know if you guys have heard him. He's like indie from Vermont.
Love
Olivia
that.
Dean is so good. Who are some of your guys' favorites? Am I allowed to ask you?
I'm obsessed with Olivia Dean right
Okay,
now.
she's so good.
Like my we've been playing her literally nonstop at work for weeks now. And then Noah Khan. I really like country as
Okay.
well. Kind of listen to everything, but I am definitely a big country fan too.
Have you been to
Um
Nashville before?
I have.
It's the
Yes.
best.
Yes.
So fun.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. Um I haven't been to like I haven't gotten to see any shows there yet, but I definitely will one day. Um yeah, what about you boys?
Yeah, I mean, I like everyone else was 40,000th in line for Noah Khan tickets last week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
did
didn't
not
get
get
them.
those. Yeah.
No.
No, I like a lot of heavier things like metal. So a band named Architects is my like number one artist last year. Um,
Okay, cool.
that's a yeah, if you want to get pumped up and yelled at, that's good workout music.
I need to try that this year.
Yeah.
I'm going a little off topic. I honestly rarely listen to music. I'm a sports talk radio guy, so it, our listeners 98.5, that's me. I guess if I had to pick music, I'd probably go country, although the most of the music that I listen to is if my girlfriend takes the aux in the car, which is probably right now going to be either Taylor Swift or Chapel Roan, which I
Uh-huh.
think are both pretty common right now. So that, you know what, they've got some good music. So like I'm and it's not like I'm hating like that honestly I kind of jam to it.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, Jack is actually 70 years old. He
Yes.
hides it really well with his he goes to bed at 9 p.m. and
Yeah.
the radio.
hmm
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, if it works for
old
you and
soul.
you like
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Just waiting for that 401k
But
to fully vest, right?
absolutely.
Miles Smith is
Mm.
also a really, I don't know if you know Miles Smith?
Did he just release a song with Niall Horan?
Yes.
Okay,
Drive safe.
yes. Yes, so
Yes.
good. Yes, yes, yes.
I was he was my like obsession in 2025. And I missed every single one of his concerts that he had here in Boston.
Oh,
And I was so heartbroken, but I'm just bringing this up because I think it's really cool. I He did a unexpected pop-up show at a pub at the Dubliner here in
yeah.
Boston. And so one of my friends from back home, I'm from New York, they drove out for the weekend and we went to it. And so we got to see like a private show with Miles Smith in just like one of their back rooms. And
Yeah.
he did like probably perform like 45 minutes, but and it was all acoustic. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, that's so cool.
Definitely a cool experience. I was not expecting to get to experience that in Boston, but it was cool.
Do you guys ever go to Dalton in the Sheriffs or Dalton in Boston? He's like the bigger guy, and you like,
I've
I
never seen
haven't.
him, but I've always wanted to go. Like he plays at House of Blues all the time.
uh-huh. Yeah, he's so good. And he like is traveling around now. We would go in college, and now like whenever I go back, I'm always like, is he playing? He's really fun. He plays covers and his own
Yeah,
stuff. He's really good.
Oh,
yeah.
I moved here 2 years ago. I don't know about this person yet.
Yeah, you should look him up. He plays wait, there's one place that he plays like all the time and it'll come to me. It'll come to me. I might need to look it up. But yeah, he has a few spots that he's kind of a frequently goes to.
Cool.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I guess thank you very much for the time, Dempsey. Any other like, I don't know, things we should be looking out for in Champ Series or anything you want to plug for yourself?
No, I don't think so. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Please tell your teammates to all come on in the very near future. We'd love to talk to
Wait, so did
all of
you
them.
reach out to everyone and I'm the only one that responded?
No,
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 no.
no, no, no.
I'm
we
like,
reached out to
I
you
should
first.
text them.
No. I mean, we figured Charlotte probably
Get him
gets a
on
lot of
FaceTime right
DMs.
now.
But no, we'll start reaching out tomorrow. I'm not actually sure if we reached out to anyone else before, but yeah. Hopefully you can give them a good review and
Oh, of course.
yeah, we'll have you I mean, hopefully have the next person on with the trophy in a couple weeks.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
right.
Yeah.
And like Aiden mentioned, him and I will be down there in a couple of weeks too. So if we get to like run into you guys, that'd be really cool too.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome.
All right.
Thank you guys. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Dempsey. You
See you
too.
guys.
See ya.
And thanks to Dempsey for coming on the pod. Definitely fired up now for Champ Series starting real soon, about a week away. See the guard. Hopefully go out there and defend the title. But a little bit of other news that we got to talk about ahead of Champ Series. Aiden, you want to tell us what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. So, there was that kind of flurry of moves when the free agency period opened up across the league, but then the Guard made one move a few days ago. Um, Fallon Vaughn, who was one of those three new pickups, she played in the WLL All-Star game last summer. She got placed on the holdout list, so the Guard have picked up Kaylee Dyer to take her place. Um, we'll just assume that Fallon had another commitment that meant she was probably not going to be available for this spring. But we'll see if we'll see if she's able to come back out in the summer. Holdout list, she wasn't released. But Dyer, her replacement, did just finish up at Michigan, um, second all time in points. So, you love to see that in an offensive forward game like Sixes, where she'll certainly have plenty of opportunity. Um, yeah, so obviously don't know very much about her yet, but looking forward to getting to know her. Um, hopefully maybe we can have her on the pod sometime soon. But obviously, hope she just puts a lot of goals in the net for Boston this spring.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be exciting, and we will be watching it at Drawdown Brewing. Shout out. 6 p.m. Friday the 27th, noon, Saturday the 28th, 6 p.m. Friday, March 6th. Come join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for getting that plug in. Yeah, we're super excited. We're so close to this tournament starting again. Obviously, fantastic. Talk to Dempsey about what she's been doing, like to stay in shape, how things have changed. Year one to year two. Um, yeah, we just can't wait. Um, okay, I think it was kind of a light news week for the pro lacrosse at least this week. So, um, yeah, we will be back. Probably one more time before Champ Series actually starts to just talk about maybe the last things to expect. But until then, go Cannons and go Guard.
Go Cannons and go Guard.
Go Cannons and go Guard.
Boom.
Boom.